it's me, Venus Patel. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I was going to talk about what it's like to be famous. Famous, famous, what it's like to be famous. I know I'm not like a crazy big deal. Like, I'm not like famous. I know that. I'm not Beyonce. Crazy, I know. In terms of scale, I'm quite low. I don't know how to explain it, but it feels big to me. I don't want to sound like I'm too much in my head or like I have a really big ego or anything like that. I kind of do. Just a disclaimer, I have a lot of mental issues. A lot. BPD, anxiety, ADHD, like the works, girl. So I'm gonna put that out there. Like trauma, just like a lot of trauma, like it's all just kind of bubbling up in there. I'll start from childhood. I think I always like did want to be famous, or I used to like be really into acting and performing. So my goal when I was younger was to become just like really famous. Yes, I was full of myself at a very young age. And that's not bad. You know, like sometimes you need to be. And I feel like the only real way I've kind of succeeded is having that kind of notion of myself, or even like manifesting that in a way. I guess even just like feeling like destined for more, that kind of notion. When I was younger, I used to be into all like the theater and all that. I used to be a child actor. My only real good credit, I would say, was on a kids TV show, Yo Gabba Gabba. I was just like a backup dancer, but like you can find the video on YouTube and I think it's so funny. I mean, I got paid for it. It wasn't much though. I was literally just like in the background dancing. Just give it a little show. I got to high school and I used to be really into theater. I loved it a lot, but then around that time when I started high school, my depression and anxiety started to get like a lot worse. And so I couldn't really perform, or I didn't really feel the need to. And it's only been like the past few years where I feel like I've kind of gotten back to myself and I'm able to perform. And I really, really love performing. And see, here's the thing. I always feel like I'm constantly performing in society in general. I can talk about this in another video, but like this idea of, I don't know what's the right term, like the male gaze, but also being a queer person of color in a white society, like eyes are always kind of on me. So in that way, I feel like I've always been kind of watched. I started TikTok around 2020, the beginning of it. So like right before COVID. You know, I kind of started just because I thought it was gonna be fun and like, oh, like what if my videos get big? They started getting like bigger little by little. I mean, during lockdown, it was like TikTok was all I was on and did. TikTok is really fun to just express yourself, put yourself out there, not have the harsh criticisms of reality constantly on you. That was fun to just even like perform on it in a kind of way, in a kind of theatrical, comedic way. Yeah, my first TikTok account got banned because I said too many gay things, apparently. And it was a really big blow to me because at that time it like become a part of me because I was on it for so long. Well, it was only like a few months then. And I didn't even have that much of a following. It'd be like 5,000 followers. It was not big, but like to me it felt a lot. Which I mean, like it can be a lot, I think. Even around that time well, like, you know, we were in lockdown, but if I would go out to the park or something, and if maybe like, you know, not a ton of people were around, but like just enough, someone would message me on Instagram and they'd be like, oh, like I just saw you, like, oh, it's so lovely seeing you, like that kind of thing. Started kind of minimal at first about like being recognized. In May, I had that really big video and that got 1.5 million views. So it did quite well. And boy, did that give me an ego boost. Yeah. It's actually quite bad, but for someone with BPD, external validation is so, it feels so good, you guys. It's so good. It's bad though. I know that it's like a really bad tendency to have. One day I'll get rid of it. Not today though. Gonna keep that. So of course I just like continued with TikTok, making videos, and they just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I think even like last summer it was really big for me, like a lot of views, a lot of followers. Now I'm at almost at 150,000. In reality, that's not like a ton compared to other people. It's a lot. No, yeah, like it's enough. It's a good amount. I started getting recognized the first year that I was doing it, and it was just here and there. And also the thing is, like I mentioned earlier, being a queer person of color, I am just so distinct looking anyway that like I know that I'm always being watched in that kind of regard because I look so different. I feel like with having this sort of fame, I'm very easily plucked out from the crowd. So if someone sees me in public, I don't blend in. You know what I mean? Like I look different. I think it's nice people coming up to you and recognizing you and asking for a photo was starting little by little. And then it honestly depends where I go or like how crowded it is in town. But it's usually like when I go around Dublin. And to be fair, Dublin is quite small. And that's why I think I feel more famous than I actually am. I was struggling a lot when it was happening, when it first started happening, because I don't want to come off as a bad person at all. And I feel like a lot of people have this conflated sense of me in their head that I'm this like really outgoing, vibrant person like all the time. And like, yes, I am like that sometimes, especially like when I'm with my friends, but like people I don't know, I'm not super forward. I only really open up to people when I start to get to know them. But I feel that having this online presence of this sort of personality character that I only have sometimes, people just think I'm like that all the time. And so they expect me to be that kind of person. And I just feel like I'm not. So I feel like sometimes I have to like play it up. But I do get bad anxiety sometimes. And like I just don't know if what I say is the right thing to say or if I come off as fake and I'm like not trying to be. Being recognized is a kind of daily thing for me now. And like most of the time it's just like, oh, I follow your TikTok. Oh, I like your TikToks. Oh, you know, can I get a picture or whatever, whatever. And again, like most of the time it's usually fine. And it's only gotten, I think I had like a little bit of a panic attack last summer because I think I was like looking for my friends somewhere in town and it was like kind of late at night and there was like tons of people around. People just kept coming up to me and saying, "Oh, hi, oh, TikTok, blah, blah, blah." And they just kept going and going. And I also think it's a thing of like being overstimulated. And it was just like so much for me. So I just I like found some random corner on a street to hide on and I just cried. So sometimes it's a lot. It could get to be a lot too. And people just like, they continue. Like I know last summer too, one time this girl just like kept following me, but like for an hour. I mean, it's one thing to just say hi and, you know, I like your videos, but to continually follow me around when I don't know you, they just kept saying the same things over and over again to me. I feel like a lot of people don't know like the boundaries of how to talk to someone else if you don't know them. People think that they know me because I have my whole life online for them to see. And in those situations, I don't really know how to respond. I want to be nice and, you know, I'm trying to be accommodating, but that's a lot for me. I get really anxious and I don't know what to do. Also, since clubs have opened up and everything, it's been a lot worse. Like during COVID, I would just be drinking around with kind of friends and other groups of people. And like most of them I knew, so it was fine. And I would get recognized, of course, like once in a while. But now if I go to clubs, especially like a gay club, like I go to the George, and I will get recognized like every minute or so. And it's a lot. And of course, I don't mind people coming up and saying hi to me. But if I'm trying to go out and have a good time, having people constantly being flooded towards you is a lot to deal with. And it kind of ruins the night for me a little bit. It doesn't ruin it, like I can still have fun, but it's like I want to keep dancing, I want to be drunk and have a good time and just like enjoy the vibes, but I can't really do that. And I feel like I've even been put off from going out as much as I used to because it can be a lot for me. Just like me getting anxious or especially overstimulated. I just get so overstimulated that I even just like go home early. I don't know. I know it's like stupid to try to compare myself to like really big famous people. So, like say I were Kim Kardashian or something like or someone like that. I would not be going, I don't know how they do it. And I feel like in LA it's kind of different where everyone's not like crowded in the same area. Dublin is just so small and like there's not many places to go. It's all kind of concentrated in the center in town. So there's just like lots of people that would be interacting with each other around me. You guys, it's just like really hard being famous. Like, oh God, guys. I don't know. I don't know how to talk about this. Again, like I know I'm not super famous or anything like that, but it feels like it. But you guys, I'm not an egomaniac, I swear. I'm just like really famous and cool. Fame can of course be like a really good thing. I do like getting recognized in certain places, certain aspects. Oh, I love getting free things. You know what, to be honest, I have not gotten that many free things, but it is really nice when you go to an event and like people just kind of know you. Or I even went to just some kind of influencer event for a hairstylist, and like a lot of people knew me. And in that aspect, it was kind of nice, just like being this kind of famous person. It's nice having that kind of air around you where people know you or they know about you. It also does bring a lot of complications. I feel that sometimes people are being really fake towards me. Like they're just like trying to be my friend or just trying to be nice to me just because they know like I have a lot of followers, which I just think is so dumb and stupid. I can tell a fake bitch from a mile away. I know them. They're just like trying to be social climbers or whatever. And it just feels so icky. If you're gonna be nice, but don't be fake about it, you know? Like, don't try to be all buddy with me and pretend like you know me. I just hate that. And I feel like sometimes in that way, I can't really trust a lot of people. Like, of course, I have my main friend group. I don't have millions and millions of friends I hang out with. Overall, I enjoy being famous. It's fun. It's interesting. This is like what I manifested. Of course, there's just like a lot of complications that, I mean, people, yeah, of course, I didn't really think about them. And I feel like it's a much more complicated being famous in a smaller city than like, say, London or New York or LA. I do get like recognized there in those cities as well, but it's just like a lot here. Again, just because of the big concentration. I think if I ever got like really famous, I would need to move out of Dublin or just go somewhere more rural or just like outside of the city center. I don't know, but you guys stay tuned, okay? I'm gonna blow up. I'm gonna blow up real soon. Keep your eyes out. I'm on my grind 100% of the time. The fame is just it's too much. Anyway, you guys, thanks for watching. Sorry if that sounded like a stupid dumb rant because I'm just like an ego maniac that's full of myself. But I love you guys. Comment, like. Let me know if this was interesting or stupid. Like, should I continue to give more talks like this? I wanted to give more videos talking about my experiences, because I think people are interested in that. Maybe. Anyway, bye. Thank you.